What are the revolutions we hear about with renewable energy and transport?
Well, there are three revolutions, and renewable energy is one of them, where there is a move away from less clean fossil fuels to things like solar and wind and so forth. Linked into that, you've got transport with electric vehicles, which again are cleaner, using stored energy. And you've then got what I call the digital world, which we're all familiar with, computerized and phones and so forth, that are bringing this all together, and that will enable the sort of benefits that you're looking at from those industry revolutions for the consumers, which will happen.
So when might we see this, and how will people be affected?
Well, we're seeing it right now. If we look around the world, we're seeing government strategies. We're seeing the top companies, Commerce have formed a group called R100, 100% renewable energy, so the top companies around the world are getting involved. We're seeing the industry, the electricity generators getting involved. All the car companies are manufacturing electric vehicles. We're seeing a huge amount of activity in Australia in solar and wind. We're seeing it in Europe, obviously in China. And in the USA, and globally there's just a momentum that is building up behind renewable energy and electric vehicles and transport and the computer type of intelligence, what we call digital, that helps bring it all together.
Do the industry technologies already exist today?
Yes, they certainly do. Around the world, and in New Zealand as well too, we see solar, we see wind. We see it applied in electricity generation, and we see it in homes. We see storage now starting to be applied. We see electric vehicles with battery storage. We're also starting to see the overlay of digital and computer into things like, autonomous cars, and also how it works with your energy in the home. There are some weaknesses though, because those sorts of energies have intermittency, so you've got to have good storage. Cars can run out of battery, and these are things that we address in our products, and if I can say, overcome in our products.
How can technology make a big leap forward?
It's now all about technology. It's now all about technology. The decisions have been made, the government's behind it, the corporate's behind it. We have solar, we have wind, we have hydro, we have electric vehicles. It's now all about the technology to make it user-friendly and affordable for the consumers. And a couple of things need to happen. One is that storage of energy needs to be cheap, needs to be affordable, and it needs to be what we call scalable, which means that the more you use, the more economical it becomes. And with cars, we need to solve the issue about them having to recharge. We do this in our vehicles, incidentally. And with the digital area, that's happening. It just has to be accepted by the industry. There are enormous developments that are happening within the digital industry that people who say, I don't understand driverless cars, it's probably because they don't understand the digital. So don't worry about that today, because it's not right in front of us, but it will be over the course of the next 3-5 years. So it's really about storage, being able to run a vehicle without having to worry too much about it running out of battery, and about affordability. And those are the three things that we tackle in our technology and our products, as we'll see in a moment.
And you already have a range of products?
My very word, we do indeed. We use compressed air, but we use it in a very unique and globally patented way. And what we effectively do is we create a battery. So a lot of people are familiar with batteries in electric cars, many of which are called lithium-ion batteries, but there are different sorts of batteries. Well, we do a similar thing, except we use the air around us. which is, you'd be aware, is very, very clean. So we're able to provide storage, which is not only very affordable, but you can keep adding to it. So effectively, you're able to take a home and not only become cheaper by being off the grid, off the electricity, produce your own electricity, but you're also, in certain circumstances, able to sell back. You're even able to relate to your neighbours in your local community. It will all become very, very smart. And we call our product the air wall because it nicely fits to a wall, and it provides the storage, within your home or within your factory or wherever that might be. As far as the vehicles go, this is a major breakthrough because we build our vehicles with composite materials, a little bit like they do in Formula One motor racing, right? And our the vehicles are lighter, they're good performance, the batteries are a lot cheaper. We have an entry vehicle, which personally I find very cute, and has a very big market, we believe, in Southeast Asia and other places, and potentially in New Zealand. But our next vehicle, which is the family, the general purpose vehicle, I think will have a big market because of its affordability, including in New Zealand. So after that, the world is our oyster, because we simply take the compressed air technology and we can apply it into anything. Boats, bicycles, buses. So that's our future, and we're excited about it.
So what are your steps for production and sales?
You probably gather by now that our technology and our products are different and competitive. So is our manufacturing. Because of the nature of our products and the way we manufacture them, we do something that's very unique. We're able to manufacture distributed. We're able to manufacture in your locality. We're able to employ people in your locality. We're able to look after your government and your communities and so forth and make life cleaner in your locality. And that's the beauty about being distributed. So our very next step then is to go to different localities, what we call zones, and do pilots. Show people our cars, do pilots in homes and places so that people become familiar within their own area. And then we will build local relationships for distribution and some supply and things like that. So we're really a community company. A community, country sort of company where we try to do what we can to help your country achieve its renewable goals and affordable cars for the future. And that's what we want to do.
Should people get involved with the industry or your company?
We said earlier on that the future is now. I mean, if you take New Zealand and you go into the websites of your largest energy companies, you'll see the reference to solar. In many cases, you'll see the reference to storage. Electric vehicles, we all know about. Everybody's making electric vehicles. If you own a car, then your car manufacturer is 90% likely they're currently looking to make electric vehicles. They mightn't be on the market yet, but they're looking to make it. If you look at a company that's known to many of you like Tesla, Tesla's valued between $50 to $60 billion, and it's not yet very profitable. So why is it the case? The case is because the world and investors realize that this is the future. Now, it's hard to invest into companies like that and big companies and so forth, but we're at an early stage. So we have investors and participants and what we call our Air Future community who get involved with us. People invest, people buy products, of course, and people participate. And my answer would be yes. Because people, you sit on the train and look at everybody using a mobile phone, you think, wow, I never saw that coming. Well, now you can see it coming. And so my invitation as CEO, and on behalf of our board, is to say, come and talk to us, come and get involved, you know. For those in the world who like to invest, come and see what, you know, what we have on offer at any time.
What's the rainbow for your company? What might we expect?
Well, I think it's going to be huge. We're a New Zealand company. Let's be very clear on that, right? So we want to promote what we can do in New Zealand and export, but the world is our oyster, not just New Zealand. And when we look to our technology partners in France, MDI, we see the relationships which they have. You have Tata Motors, which is rolling out this technology intentionally for India. You have Veolia, the global company that is using this technology in some of their vehicles. You have airlines like KLM, you know, that have some of MDI vehicles in the KLM colours. So the world is our oyster, and we've got this opportunity. You know, if we can build a community around us, then this is what we're going to do, and we're very excited about it.